Well, we have some OGs. We have a new G, and that is, of course, the final four of the NFL playoffs. Playoffs? Playoffs. That's right, baby. Willie Epteen Jr., we're coming down to the end of yet another NFL season. I don't know how I feel about it. Actually, I already do know how I feel about it. I'm going to be sad. However, we still got a lot of unfinished business that we got to get to in the name of the AFC and NFC championship games. The crew is behind the scenes. I'm going to bring them in here in just a second. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to fire the producer again or the engineer again because for some reason Instagram TV is not working for me. So that is one audience that we are down, but it's all good. And let's just go ahead and get this thing going because we got a lot to get into. And Kansas City, yeah, we hate them. All three of us, aside from the one that loves them, we hate them. And we can't troll them yet. We were looking forward to trolling them today, but we're not gonna be able to do it. However, we're gonna continue to troll other teams as well. So without further ado, come on. I'll see y'all in a minute. And y'all can say out there that Derek Carr is no longer with the Raiders all you want. Y'all can sit there and say that the Raiders aren't even in the playoffs. Why is he playing that opening? Because the Raiders and hashtag Raider Nation, we got our guy, Leslie, Teshia, Bryan, and Willie. What's going on, family? How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Doing good.
Hello. Lovely.
Hello.
I'm excited.
All right. Yeah, who cares? So before we actually get to the stuff on the field from the divisional round, I want to make this announcement about my Las Vegas Raiders because the news keeps coming out. Of course, it was last Thursday or Friday that it came out that the Raiders have their guy, and our guy, of course, is Antonio Pierce. The interim tag has been removed. So now Antonio Pierce will be the 23rd head coach in the history of the Raiders, to include the second African-American coach hired by the Davis family. I think that is dope in itself. So you guys tell me what you think about this hire, Bryan, and you kind of broke it to us on our text message thread, even though it had already come out, but you broke it to us anyway, and I appreciate that. Your thoughts, my man, on the Raiders getting their guy?
Well, I mean, I think that's the right hire. I mean, I said it like as soon as they were able to, they needed to hire him. So he's just a good fit for that Raiders team. So bravo.
Yeah.
They made the right decision, I think, this time.
Yeah, and I had found out that I shouldn't say I found out, but I remembered that they couldn't hire the coach until the 23rd or the 22nd. And that is exactly what Mark Davis did, as he waited until then. Leslie, your thoughts on one Antonio Pierce, who has had a hand in beating Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. Your thoughts on the Raiders and us getting our dude?
Well, you had to say that.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
I didn't? Oh, my bad.
Oh, yeah. No, I think it's a great decision. I mean, I think we were all on board with that one. It was the smartest decision they've made, honestly.
In a while. Admittedly.
Yeah, since moving them, for sure.
Admittedly. Yeah, admittedly. Teshia, you're not going to be shaking in your boots just yet because you guys still have a game left. But the Raiders did beat the Chiefs the last time we saw them, and Antonio Pierce was on the sideline, and Antonio Pierce did tell the team about how they did what they did to the Patriots. Let me hear your thoughts as the rival team, the Kansas City Chiefs. And oh, by the way, guys, guess what? It hadn't changed. I hate them. What are your thoughts about Antonio Pierce being the new man on the block?
I think it's exciting. Hopefully it works out well and you have a, halfway decent couple of years maybe. Win a few games, just don't beat us, and then I'm fine with it. I'm really excited about it. So
too late. We already beat y'all. But I you know what? There's a couple things that the Raiders did while Antonio Pierce was the head man after taking over for Josh McFraud / Josh McDummy / Josh McNasty. After he got the McAxe and was McFired, the Raiders hadn't scored not one time 20 points or more before Antonio Pierce took over. The first game he takes over, we put 30 on the board against his old team. The Raiders, to finish the season, actually led the league in points allowed at just over 16 points a game. So over the last 9 games, the Raiders had the best scoring defense in the National Football League. And as I said on whatever show it was I did, I think it was the ShakeBack Sports Show, it has been forever since we have been able to say that about any Raider defense. So those things in itself are tremendous. And it just makes me proud to play this.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.
Every time I play that, my bones get my blood. I'm ready to put on a helmet, coach. Put me in the game. Let's go. And then there was silence.
I would love to see that.
What, you would love to see me put on a helmet?
In the game. That would be gold.
Yeah. Well,
yep, let's go.
Keep on wishing and keep on hoping. And that is not going to happen. However, if things roll right and start falling into place, I may look at becoming a season ticket holder for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, look at that.
Look, what we have going on right now with the group and our life coaching and with my wife retiring from teaching after 32 years in the game. If things line up the way that we're trying to get them to line up, I'm not going to have to work for anybody else ever again. And
Very nice.
That's just what it is.
Very nice.
All right. So let's get to this on the field crap because I'm so sick and tired of being sick and tired of the team that we're going to talk about last. Actually, we're going to talk about them. When are we going to? Yeah, we're going to talk about them last. Ravens, Bryan, against your Texans, your division brethren, the Texans, after looking very, very sluggish in the first half, they put the foot on the gas and they end up boat racing the Texans 34-10. Lamar Jackson has a typical Lamar Jackson game. I think the defense really saved the offense there in the first half. So now the Ravens will be moving on to the AFC Championship game to play a team that shall be named later in the show. Bryan, your thoughts on this Ravens victory over the Texans?
Yeah, I wasn't really shocked by it. I mean, I think some of us actually picked the Texans to win that. I think maybe with just the hope that Lamar was going to get beat. Yeah, they showed up. The Texans, I mean, hey, they're young. C.J. Stroud, he looked young in this game against that Baltimore defense. It's a tough place to play in Baltimore on the road in the playoffs. So it showed in that game. Baltimore was just, especially the second half. I mean, they were just unstoppable in that second half.
And I have a question for you in just a minute. Cape Cod Girly, as one that has seen Lamar go against the Patriots several times, well, maybe not several times, but at least a couple times. And what we saw from CJ Stroud and company with the Houston Texans and good Lord, why can I not ever think of the coach's name, the head coach's name? I can never think of his name. Help me out.
DeMeco Ryans, linebacker out of Alabama. Okay. See, I know where he went to school at. Your thoughts on how the Texans came into this game, because it looked like they may have had a chance at first, but then things got rolling for the Ravens.
Yeah, I think that the Ravens just came in with the right mindset. I don't know that the Texans were quite there game-wise, you know what I mean? So Ravens just wanted it more. I mean, sadly, but I think it could work out for me for the team we're not mentioning right now.
Yeah, for the team that we're not mentioning right now. And speaking of the team that we're not mentioning right now, should we skip over Teshia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should skip over.
Okay.
I think we should skip over Teshia because just because Lamar Jackson, look, if this was a fantasy league game, this dude would have had, let me calculate it real quick. If I was playing in the Yahoo League, let's see, that's 10, that's 22, that's 10 plus 2 more, that's 32, and then that's 12 more. That dude would have had 40-something points in the Yahoo League. 16 of 22 for 152 yards, 2 touchdowns, 11 rushes, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Ravens ran for 229 yards on a Texas defense that was very good against the run all year. CJ Stroud, only 19 of 33 for 175 yards, no touchdowns, no picks, not sacked. They could not run the ball. The Ravens only allowed 38 yards rushing. And as far as receiving goes, Isaiah Likely, the tight end for Baltimore, has made people almost forget about your boy Mark Andrews, Brian, because this dude, since he has been inserted into the starting lineup, he could be rookie of the year in my opinion, but I'm just joking. But Mark Andrews is set to come back, and let's just go ahead and talk about the Kansas City Chiefs now. Mark Andrews is set to come back potentially against the Chiefs in this AFC Championship game. And the Chiefs, of course, went to Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo. And, I mean, look, they played the most complete game that they played all year. Let's just call it what it is. They didn't have any drop passes.
I agree.
They didn't have any real, like, debilitating penalties that would have set them behind the chains a whole bunch. Patrick Mahomes. Huh?
You knew that wasn't going to happen.
I didn't know squat. I was hoping, but I didn't know nothing. Isaiah. Hey. Wait a minute. Where's it coming from? I don't understand. Get out of here. I have no idea where that's coming from, y'all. Oh, there it is. Nope, that ain't it. Okay. I don't know what the heck that was, y'all. But whoever it was, thank you for interrupting our broadcast. Much appreciated. So anyway,
you're just dodging.
Yeah. Was that Taylor Swift, by the way? That wasn't Taylor Swift, was it?
I'll never tell.
Huh? It better not have been no damn Taylor Swift. Okay. So anyway, Josh Allen Okay, the final score 27-24. Patrick Mahomes, he does Patrick Mahomes things. Travis Kelce catches 2 touchdown passes. He is tied with Michael Irvin with 5 touchdown catches or receptions in the championship round in the history of the NFL. I know that was a useless stat because we don't care about the Cowboys, and 3/4 of this show don't care about the Chiefs except for only when they lose. So, Brian, let me ask you this about Josh Allen, because there seems to be an uproar about whether or not, and I'm gonna let all y'all answer this, whether or not he is to blame for this loss, or is it Patrick Mahomes just has his number?
No, I don't think he's blamed. In fact, he got a lot of respect from me out of watching this game. I mean, that dude was a baller. Like he literally left it on the field, and he just made a couple of bad decisions on that last drive, trying to go for it all. When he could have taken the first down, it was open. He just chose to go for it all. I mean, he also had a pass that was dropped by Stephon Diggs that probably would have scored. More than likely, he probably doesn't fall down. If he catches it, he probably scores on that play. So, and I know there was another drop, but it was a pretty tough catch for the guy to make deep. But either way, no, Josh Allen played hard. I thought he played really hard, and I was blown away, man. I didn't. That's not the Josh Allen that I'm used to seeing, but they also ran with him like a running back. I mean, I think he had like 15, 17 carries or something on the game somewhere. I don't have the stats from him, but he ran the ball like a running back. So, hey, he's got my respect.
Leslie, is Josh Allen to blame for this loss?
No, I don't think so at all. In fact, I messaged a couple of people. I'm like, the only person that can run the dang ball is Josh Allen. I don't want a single other person running that dang ball. No, I think it was a heartbreaker for sure, but definitely not Josh Allen's fault. What's his face catches that catch, the whole game just goes the other way, I think. So
she said, "What's his face?"
What's his face?
I got that.
I can't think of it right now. Oh my gosh.
He's still standing there 3 years later.
Norway. It was still a good game.
Okay.
Heartbreaker though, and I have to go for Josh Allen. Like that's really hard for a Pats fan.
Teshia, by the way, congratulations for your team making it to this round when nobody thought that they would be here. But I'll ask you the same
I did.
question. Like I said, nobody thought they would be here. You didn't think they would be here. You didn't think they would be here. Stop playing. Stop lying. You didn't think they would be here either, especially everything that we saw. You hoped they would be here. But yeah. But we know what Patrick Mahomes did, and we know that Brass missed the kick at the end of the game, or there when they had that's something they all too familiar with up there in Buffalo, wide right. But in your opinion, is Josh Allen to blame for this loss? I'm interested to hear.
No, I don't think so. I'm not a fan. It's only because it's a rivalry. But no, we just play. I'm sorry, but we played a really good game. Both offense and defense did. So it's always like, so it's going to go one way or it's going to go the other. And thankfully we were able to pull it out. But like you said, we played a really good, probably the best structured game of the season. It was a really good, entertaining game. Leslie, are you okay?
keep going.
Oh,
yeah, keep going. Teshia, keep going.
I'm done. No, I'm good. That's basically all I had to say. I don't think you can't put blame on any one play, any one player. It's about the whole thing, whether the kick was good or not. I mean, that's not the kicker's fault. He's got one job. It's going to happen. So no, I don't think he was to blame. I just think we were better.
Well, y'all did get a little lucky. And and Buffalo got a little lucky too. I mean, when Hardman fumbled that ball out of the end zone, resulting in a touchback, who knows what Who's the offensive coordinator for the Chiefs? Is it Eberflus? It is Eberflus, isn't it? Who knows what they were thinking when they decided to give McCole Hardman the ball instead of Pacheco or even Clyde Edwards-Helaire down there near the goal line. But here's my take on it. And I've been hearing a lot of people say a lot of different things. Josh, I'm gonna say Josh Jacobs. Josh Allen should not be blamed for this loss. But Brian, I'm gonna go back to what you said. You said, but for a couple of decisions there on that drive. Those two decisions could have very easily been the difference between Kansas City going to Baltimore or Buffalo going to Baltimore. So when I hear that, I won't put the blame on him. But what I will say is what a lot of other people have already said, in that in order for Josh Allen to rise to the next level and for the advancement of the Bills to match the talent and the effort that he put on the field, he has to make those decisions. He has to make those correct decisions. And that's not to say that, because even the game in Kansas City when the Chiefs had the ball and there was only 13 seconds left on the clock and Josh never saw the ball again. There's no way that he could be blamed for that. But in my opinion, the Bills defense let them down in this game as much as they did in that game because they could not stop the run. Now, we understand that the Bills have been riddled with injuries all year long. Most of their all-pro type players have been out with season-ending injuries. So I understand that part of it. But knowing if you're Josh Allen and the quarterback of that squad, you have to know that in your head when you're down there with an opportunity to go down there and actually take the lead as opposed to relying on a field goal to tie the game and then get into overtime. That's what I was thinking about that. Somebody can say something. It's cool.
No, I
I was
agree.
going to say, in my opinion, sorry, Brian, I didn't mean to step on you there. You go ahead.
You're fine. No.
Go ahead, Brian.
Oh, no, I mean, I think you're right. I mean, it sucks because he played it seemed like almost flawless game, up until that point. I mean, if he just completes a couple of short passes, he probably doesn't kick wide right, because it's a little bit shorter of a kick. It's a different aspect of the kick. I mean, everything's different at that point. So, I mean, look, he's a gamer. He went for it all, twice. I can't fault him for that. I mean, we could say whatever we want, but I mean, if he completes one of them, he's a hero, but
yeah, I think it's tough. He played a really good game. I don't think he was great. I don't think he was outstanding, but he played a really, really good game. The stats weren't there, and we know that everything doesn't lie in stats, but what we do know is the stats can tell the story in terms of a pattern or whatever the case may be. Now, I think he should have ran the ball a little more, to be honest with you, especially on that last drive. They got a newfound running game with James Cook, but I would have put the ball in the hands of Josh Allen and be like, yo, we need you to get 20 yards on the ground, go get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that probably, for sure, it would have gotten them closer. But what it would have also done was it would have made Kansas City react or call different plays on defense and have to account for Josh Allen, especially if they decided to do one of those RPOs or the zone read or what have, or even the quarterback power where he faked like he was going to run on that one and then he actually threw a touchdown pass. So it's hindsight 2020. I know. Congratulations to the Chiefs. I hate them. They're going to Baltimore for a right to go to the Super Bowl. So let's just continue on. The San Francisco 49ers. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw this one. And if you didn't, it was a really good game. Green Bay was looking to go in and do what they did to Dallas. And we're going to get to Dallas because there's something that we didn't get to do last show that I got to do this show. 24-21 was the final score. And Brock Purdy did not look that great. Jordan Love, however, outside the interception, looked terrific. Aaron Jones looked terrific. I think they may have missed A.J. Dillon a little bit. But the Packers, man, I'm telling you right now, this team, I could say this because I'm the only one that predicted it. I am the only one that predicted the Packers will go to the playoffs this year. and they ended up almost beating the top 2 seeds in the NFC. Brian, did you see the game, and what were your thoughts on Green Bay coming that close?
I did. Yeah, they're a good young team. I've always liked LaFleur.
Pepe Le Pew.
He's a good coach. Yeah, I mean, look, they gave them their best shot. I mean, they're going to be pretty good going forward for a while now, I think. I will say, look, I still am not sold on Brock Purdy, and this game just helped me. I know they won, but it kind of gave more fuel to my fire that he is just a game manager. He's Brad Johnson. He's Nick Foles.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No. Let me talk. He's Nick Foles, okay? I don't care. Look, I watched him play at Iowa State. I know what he is. Get ready. If they lose, it'll be because of him. It won't be because of anybody else.
Wow.
Called that right there.
That's crazy. That's ballsy.
I'm just saying. He has more weapons around him than anybody else in the NFL right now, I think, as far as a quarterback. He just does.
You think?
Oh yeah, wide receiver, running back. He's got the best running back in the league. Deebo Samuel is probably, a top 10 receiver. He's got George Kittle, who's a top 5 tight end. He has a top 5 defense that has his back. He literally has everything, which, hey, it is what it is. You put him on Carolina probably wins 3 games.
Man, you could put Dan Marino on Carolina, they would only win 5 games.
Fair enough. That's true. Well, here you go. You put him on the Green Bay Packers with this roster instead of Jordan Love, they don't make the playoffs.
I believe they do.
Nope.
I'm not going to let you disrespect that.
I don't believe in Brock Purdy.
I'm not going to let you disrespect Brock Purdy like that.
I will disrespect him all day. I don't believe in Brock Purdy. He's going to have to prove it to me.
Okay, Leslie, you're chomping. I see you chomping.
I was rooting on the 49ers the whole time, so I was thrilled. I was actually at the K-State basketball game while it was going on, and I looked down and I was like, oh, no, when they were down. So
you were going for San Francisco?
Oh yeah.
Get off the show. Get off the show.
Nope.
I was too. I don't even like Brock Purdy. I'm still going for the Niners.
The team that can beat the Chiefs, and that's all that matters to me at this point.
They ain't the only team that can beat the Chiefs.
Well, I think they have a better shot than like Detroit. So,
or
okay, we're gonna
anyway. Let's
whatever. Dust off your
wait a minute.
record books there. We'll see when the last time was.
We're getting ahead of ourselves on that. All right, Teshia. San Francisco and Green Bay. Are you? I got to get off Brock Purdy for a second, but if you're a Packer fan, all right, and in this game, do you feel like San Francisco won it, or do you feel like the Packers lost it?
It's actually a really good question. To be honest with you, it was slightly uneventful.
Wait a minute,
but yeah, I mean, what
okay,
what are you doing? It's terrible.
Cheese.
You're just trying to shut me up every chance you can get. Just quit calling on me. I'll just sit here and go like this.
Not true. Keep talking.
Jeez. No, they definitely lost it, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think it was really that, like I said, eventful of a game. It was kind of mediocre.
You must didn't see it. You must didn't see it.
I did. There wasn't anything explosive. It was just like, we won. So, good for you.
Well,
I don't want
I
don't want either one to win. So
the weather might have something to do with that, because there was an absolute flooding going on in the Bay Area. And I actually talked to one of my cousins today that still lives out there. And I'm going to shout him out. Harry Jr. We talked for about 45 minutes earlier. And I don't understand how in the hell is it you could be a 49er fan when we grew up in Oakland. I don't understand. But he did explain that he's going to go for the Bay teams. I don't care. I'm not openly ever rooting for the San Francisco 49ers unless they're playing the Cowboys or the Chiefs or the Patriots. But that was the only reason why I wanted the 49ers to secure the number 1 seed in the NFC, because just in case Dallas became and started doing un-Dallas-like things, I know that I had my trump card in the hole with the 49ers, who would have beat the brakes off them again. That's what I'm taking comfort in. Okay. All right. And so the Lions, Brian, they defeat a very hot Tampa Bay team led by Baker Mayfield, 28 touchdown passes, and the stat that you so eloquently have quoted the last 2 or 3 years. And the thing is that he played really well this game. Him and Mike Evans had a serious connection. I think for them, they couldn't take advantage enough of the deficiencies in the Detroit secondary and really get on top of them with Godwin and of course Evans. And I didn't realize this until that game, that Mike Evans has been in the league for 10 years, and every year he has had 1,000 yards in every season. That has never been done and probably never will be done again. But yeah, so you give me your feelings and your emotions on Baker Mayfield throwing that last pick, and Herman Rodgers for some reason still on the screen, but it's all good.
Shout out to Herman Rodgers.
Shout out to the dudes.
Hopefully
man.
They're here.
Yeah. Well, they're not. They're getting ready for their gig, so it's all good. So yeah, all right. So let's talk about Baker Mayfield, Brian, and again, I don't think even though he threw that last pick, he's not the reason why they lost.
No, not at all. He played a very good game. I thought it was expected, against Detroit. I got to give it up to Detroit and that crowd. That crowd, I want to see another game there. Like, I wish they had another home playoff game, because that's a lot of fun watching those people go crazy. They don't get that. They've never had that. So it's pretty exciting. It was kind of bittersweet because I kind of pulling for the Lions. I did call the Lions being in the conference championship game. So, I've big fan of theirs. So it was kind of hard to I was rooting for both sides to do well. And that's exactly what happened. They both played well. It was a back and forth game. And you're right. I think Baker could have exploited the secondary a little bit more of Detroit. The last interception, he just forced it. He was just forcing it to the tight end. He could have probably made a different decision on that play, but it is what it is, man. I think that he played himself into a contract. I think they keep him. I think they give him an extension in Tampa Bay. At least I hope they do. Yeah, it's a pretty good game. Just so you know that there was someone that I know won, $340 on Amon-Ra St. Brown's touchdown. So like when he hit that touchdown, he won $340. So
Hey. Only
$5. It wasn't me. I didn't win. I don't ever win.
No. Was it you, Teshia?
No.
Oh, okay.
But
it was not me. No, I did not.
All right, but anyway, it was a fun game to watch. Probably one of the more fun games to watch of the divisional round.
Yeah. And shout out to Detroit, and we got a special call-in message from a Detroit Lions fan here. I'm gonna play you in just a second. Leslie, in this duel between two quarterbacks that, for the lack of a better word, you can almost call them journeymen, even though Jared Goff is only with his second team, Baker Mayfield is with his fourth team in the last 5 years. Who do you think? Which one of these quarterbacks do you think has the brighter future with these respective squads?
I think it's Baker Mayfield. Honestly.
Here's my thought about that. Here's my thought about that.
I know that, everybody wants me to say the Lions, but
no, you can say whoever you want. This is your show. So here's my thought. I think a lot of that is going to depend on whether or not they re-sign Mike Evans. That's the biggest deal right there. And they tried to get rid of him at the deadline. If you remember, the Buccaneers were 4-7 going into December, and they ended up winning 3 in a row. And I think they dropped one, and then they won again. So that's how they got in. Teshia, I know you don't really care about the NFC too much, but we love the Lions. Who cares? Okay.
Hey,
No. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. I want the Lions. Like, I'm glad they're doing well. Here's the thing. You asked which quarterback. I don't think it comes down to which quarterback. I think it comes down to which team. And man, the Lions just have the moxie. If you guys tuned in and watched the show, like they built it. Their camaraderie is there. The teamwork is there. The love is there. The support is there. You know, when somebody messes up, it's let's fix it. Let's do what we can. Let's put in the extra time. If you're sleeping on that, then you're doing something wrong, because that's scary. I mean, they really, I think they got a shot at it. If not now, you know, soon.
Yeah. Leslie, you were going to say something?
No. I thought the Lions were fantastic in the game, but I think Baker Mayfield has the future.
I did have something.
Can I say something?
Oh, okay, Brian, then Teshia.
Okay, yeah. So you mentioned, I was gonna just kind of say, I was actually gonna bring up that Mike Evans stat there before you did, but about him having 1,000 every single season, and I don't think, I mean, a lot of people, if they don't follow Tampa Bay, I mean, he had Jameis Winston as his quarterback for many, many years. And he's done that with no matter what quarterback he's had, Jameis Winston, Baker Mayfield, Tom Brady in his last, year. Last 2 years. Yeah. So, I mean, that's impressive. He's one of the most underappreciated receivers in the NFL, I think. And not a lot of people really talk about him much unless the game's on. But you don't see a whole lot of people talking about him on ESPN or Twitter or anything like that. So, yeah. Shout out to him.
Go ahead, Teshia.
No, I completely agree with that statement. Oh, I was just gonna say something very snarky, and I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to be rude. But
this is a show.
I don't want to be mean. Brian, you texted in the group chat and you said at least I still have Baker. Do you though?
Oop.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, but I couldn't help myself.
This is the Show Sho Nuff Divided, and I think that might be the first. Well, no, we've been shooting fire and shots at Kansas City all show, and that's not gonna stop. But what I want to play right now is my cousin Brandon Wilkins, longtime Lions fan. He's been a native of Detroit. The last time I was there in 2015, they had just built Ford Field and Comerica Park. So I asked him to call in and give his thoughts about the excitement that he has for his Lions and the excitement in Motown. Here we go.
Forward down the field. Yo, what up, cuz? Hey, man. The excitement is through the charts here in Detroit right now. I never thought they would do it, man, but, since they're here, I'm like, let's go ahead and do it, go all the way. Part of me is like, I consider this season a victory because they've done things that they haven't done in 30 years, winning the conference champion, or not the conference championship, winning the division championship, winning the playoff game. So part of me is like, this season is already a success, and whatever happens from here is gravy on top. But the other part of me is like, since we this close, let's go all out and do it. Try to, get all the way and big game and take it home. So, either way, man, it's a great time to be a Lions fan. So proud of this team. So glad to be a fan of this team. And what's most important is that, we're looking at this here in Detroit. This is not a one and done thing. We think the tide has actually turned, that this team will be consistently good. I kind of equate it to that point of when teams like the New Orleans Saints, Cincinnati Bengals, that used to be considered, bottom of the barrel, when they turned that corner and became perennially good as opposed to just every so often. So I see that for the Lions, man. So again, I'm excited for whatever the rest of the season, how it plays out, but even more excited for, the trajectory for the next several years.
And Teshia, you just alluded to that very same thing about, this year and the next couple of years for sure. And as I said, he is a long look. This dude has been a Lions fan since we were kids. And it's hard to not root for the Lions at this point. As a matter of fact, I'm rooting for them to win the whole thing. That's just me. And I don't care who they play. I don't care if they play Baltimore or I don't care. It's not a stretch. It's not a stretch. We're gonna get to that just the same, but it's not a stretch. So yeah, I appreciate Brandon calling in and giving me that message. All right, I got a couple questions for you guys before we move on. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and take your pick. Let's play take your pick. I have some statements that I am going to choose, or you have to choose which option is the best and which one would you choose. So take your pick. Bryan, you've kind of already said it, but in this particular situation, who are you picking? Are you picking Brock Purdy or are you picking Jared Goff?
Jared Goff.
No hesitation.
No hesitation. 100%.
Okay. Leslie, are you picking Lamar Jackson or the Kansas City defense?
The meanest question you've ever
Just say Lamar. Just say it.
Lamar. I can't pick the Chiefs, man. It's not going to happen. I can't do it. I hate it.
Okay, Teshia, are you picking? Who are you picking? Are you taking Patrick? Are you taking Isaiah Likely, tight end for the Ravens? Are you taking Travis Swift?
Okay, love that. That's actually beautiful. There's no question. Here's the thing. Always go with the breadbasket. He's Zeus. He is it. He's a surefire thing. That guy will catch the ball. And I'm talking about Travis. Sorry. Was it even a question? Did I even need to answer? He's going to come in clutch, I think. I hope. Yeah, he'll do good.
You hope. Yeah, that's that part. Do you wish?
No,
or
listen,
do you know? Or do you hope?
If we can get Jason in the stands cheering us on like he did. Yeah.
I like Jason Kelce. I like Travis Kelce, actually.
No.
They're good dudes.
Did I say that on air?
You did, yeah. Yeah, you said you hate them, but then you said that, so I don't
know to wash my mouth out.
I don't know what to think, Willie, anymore.
I don't either. I must be high. What am I high on?
Did someone steal
football?
Well,
put whatever markers over there, please.
Yeah, that's what it is. Not markers. Is liquid paper.
Yeah, there you go.
That's next level.
Enough,
bro. We might need to have a talk.
I'm not that guy. I never was that guy that did that. Okay. Let's see what else I got. Okay. Let me see here. We got championship round of over under statements. And again, you choose. And don't play with me, Leslie. And don't play with me, Bryan. And don't play with me, Teshia. I need real answers. Okay. I don't need answers based on emotions. I need real answers. And I'm going to do a one from each game. Bryan, Brock Purdy, over, under 280.5 yards passing against that Detroit Lion defense.
Under.
Is that an emotional pick or is that a real pick?
Oh, that's a real pick because he's trash. So under. No
Then
emotion.
you followed
No,
it up with
Straight up under.
You followed up with the most emotional, opinionated statement ever.
Yeah,
I
we weren't
can't
supposed to
help
do
it. I
that.
can't help it. I can't stand him. He's up there
Okay.
with Daniel Jones with me. So.
Let me. Oh my. No, you.
I didn't say that he was as like he had the same talent level as Daniel Jones because Daniel Jones is terrible. But I'm saying as far as a hatred level, him and Daniel Jones are about equal.
Daniel Jones actually has more talent than Brock Purdy.
Well, there you go.
But
I'll agree with you in that, and I hate him.
Well, okay.
So
Leslie,
you're telling me, Willie, you put Daniel Jones on San Francisco, and they're in the same spot? I think so.
no, I don't think so.
I think
I
so.
lied. Daniel Jones does not have more talent than Brock Purdy.
All Daniel Jones got to do is hand the ball off to Christian McCaffrey.
No, he has more physical talent than Brock Purdy. That's what I'll say. Okay, enough humor. Leslie.
Yeah. You said Christian McCaffrey. I don't know if you've seen the thing with the football, but I'm dying right now. Okay, I'll send it to y'all later.
Okay, over under. You the one that said that. No, wait a minute. It wasn't you. It was you said Baker Mayfield, so that goes out the window. Yeah. Over under in the game against the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. Over under the amount of times that we will hear Lamar Jackson is the MVP. I said it at 12.5. Over or under?
Under.
You must be smoking crack.
Yeah, no, I'm going way over. What's 15, 16, 17, 18? Yeah, however many. Hey, they say that more than they show Taylor Swift, so I don't want to hear about it.
I was going to say, which one are they going to do more? Will they show Taylor Swift more, or will they mention him being MVP more?
Well, they're gonna mention him being MVP more because Kansas City is gonna get beat, and Travis is gonna have about at least two drops.
Oh,
okay. Okay, guys, we're gonna get to the predictions here in just a minute, but I forgot to go back and show you guys a couple things. In the continued trolling of the Cowboys and their fandom, I have a couple of screenshots from some noted Cowboy fans that I know and I love, but when the Cowboys in this football season, I hate them. So I did not mention any of their names, but I am going to read what they said. They go 95 yards for a touchdown. I'm turning this game off. I think that was like the third drive. Cowboy fans ready to fold up the tent. It's hard not to give up and watch something else. I mean, come on. Obviously, that was the same person. I think it was. Still a lot of football left to play. We got smacked in the grill that first quarter. Let's go Dallas. Okay? Keep that same energy and that same attention here in the next couple seconds. And you see, look at the background of his Facebook post or her Facebook post. I'm not going to lean either way or the other. And notice how it's going to change here in just a second because, yeah, okay. Well, that's the ball game. At least we're going to get a new coach. I think this was at halftime. And you're not getting a new coach because Mike McCarthy is staying for another year. Okay. Hello, haters. Y'all can start early. I'm a fan, but I'm also a realist. We're done. Shaking my head. Okay, so the person that wrote this is the same person that wrote this right after halftime. Next, Dallas, you're done. Thanks for nothing. Another year. I can tell you guys that this person told me that he's a prophet. And because the Rangers won the World Series in 6 games, and he said it was going to be in 6 games, that he was or actually it was 5 games. He was a prophet. It may have been 6 games. I don't remember, but he said he was a prophet. So somebody else had posted something on social media, like, I don't know, a couple of days later, and was like, yo, I'm checking on all Cowboys fans. And then this person that wrote this and wrote the first one in the blue said I'm good. And I was like, well, somebody in this thread said that they were a prophet. False prophets. False prophets in the world of Facebook. And then this person just said it's flat out embarrassing. What is this? Oh, that's something different. Okay. That's for another story.
Careful now.
So it all ended up with the Cowboys fans looking the opposite of what this guy looks like. And of course, that's Rashawn Gary, outside linebacker for the Green Bay Packers. His mom, Jennifer Coney Shepherd, and Brandy Guyton, Jalen Guyton is her son. Every other Thursday, Real Moms of the Shield. That's her boy. And as a matter of fact, when we did Real Moms of the Shield last week, Jalen Guyton actually is home or was home, and he made an appearance on camera. I thought that was pretty cool. She made him come on and get on camera with us. So that's the trolling of the Cowboys. Do you guys want to troll any other fan base that lost last week? We have, of course, the Bucks. It's no fun trolling the Bucks. I'm sorry.
No.
It's no fun trolling the Texans. It's no fun trolling the Packers. We can troll the Bills. The Bills are frauds.
Always troll the Bills. Troll Josh Allen and
Josh Salad.
misfit toys all you want.
Well, Patrick Mahomes is better than he is.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh my gosh. I'm rolling this back and saving like 9 of these video or the voice clips. You have messed up tonight, buddy. You stepped on your own toes about 5 times.
I mean, he is better. I mean, that statement is not far-fetched. He is better than Josh Allen.
I'd say it's pretty far-fetched,
Yeah, I agree.
really.
No, it's not very far-fetched.
If he is, it's not by that much like you're saying.
Correct.
I just said he's.
Oh my
all I said was that he's better.
No, you said he's far better.
No, I did not say that. I said it's not far-fetched.
Well, it was in your voice. We heard it. We thought that you said that you were. I don't even know what to think about you, Willie. You're turning into a Chiefs fan, I think.
Dude, Patrick Mahomes is one of the best quarterbacks that we've ever seen.
No,
Agreed.
he's
Okay.
not.
You know
Of
what?
our time.
This is a Show Nuff Divided, and I am divided against myself. How about that?
There you go.
I'm
Right.
keeping along. I'm keeping along with the theme of the show. A show divided, a Willie divided. Who wants to host the show from going forward? I'm not going to make an appearance.
You already have a Chiefs hat. You should just wear it if you're gonna.
No, I'm not. I
support
got
them.
to talk about this right here. That's why I wore this on this show today.
Let's talk
Okay,
about it.
let's get to the predictions. The Final Four is set. Chiefs at Ravens. Brian, who you got? Score wise.
I got the Ravens. I mean, right now I know that the Chiefs look pretty good in the divisional round, but it'll come back. The whole season, as far as what they are as a team, the Ravens are a more complete team. So I do think that I think the Ravens will get it done. And it pains me to say that because I do not like Lamar Jackson.
That's what I wanted to ask you. What's the hate? What's with the hate for Lamar Jackson?
I just don't like Lamar Jackson. I've just never have liked the way he played. I don't know. I just never liked the guy.
That's crazy.
As far as I always felt like he was one that he had immense talent, but I never felt like he was good enough passing through the air to be like one of the best in the NFL. And people would always put him in one of the best in the NFL. And I didn't think that he had the passing. Thought he was essentially like a Michael Vick type quarterback. There's no hatred there. I just don't like the guy.
You're just not a fan.
Just not a fan. There you go.
You can say, I think it's better for you to say you're not a fan rather than
not a fan of him.
Okay. All right. Because you made it sound real personal with that, buddy.
No.
Like for me, I hate the Kansas City Chiefs. You see the emphaticness or the emphasis on that?
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. What's your score?
Oh, I'm going to go 45-35.
Holy cow.
What the heck just happened?
You think I'm joking? It's gonna be a
I
shootout.
do.
Gonna be a shootout.
You
I'll
must know
put
something
money
we
on
don't.
it.
He must know
45,
something we don't.
35 Baltimore.
Ridiculous. Record that.
Yeah, record it. Mark it down.
It's being recorded. What are you guys talking about?
I'm just
Okay,
saying,
Leslie.
say it. No.
Leslie, who's winning? Who's winning? Baltimore or Kansas City? And what's your score?
Baltimore, 100%.
Oh, I thought she was gonna say 100 to nothing.
It would have been funny. She should have.
Okay, what's your score, Leslie?
God, I have no idea. I don't
No,
know.
we-
I don't think it's going to be that high. I think it's been a really low scoring game, actually. So I don't know. Just I have no idea. I really think that the Ravens are going to pull it out. There you
Okay.
go. Sage
Uh,
the win. Sage
Tisha,
the
who's winning is or let me put it this way.
What's the score?
What's the score?
Well, how many points are you predicting for Kansas City over the Ravens?
Not many. If it's a touchdown, I'll be happy. It's going to be a very, I think, like low to mid 20s, and it could come down to a kick heard around the world. So we'll see
Right.
how that goes.
I got
way more realistic.
I got the Ravens winning at home 27-20. And in the famous words of this
Pretty good
gentleman,
score.
in the famous words of this gentleman right here.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm not a kid. Write something about me.
I am sticking to that.
Oh, yeah, I love Mike Gundy, man. That guy's crazy. That guy is crazy.
All right, so that is your AFC NFC division. I'm sorry, title games. So we have or Leslie. Oh, wait a minute, we gotta do the other one.
Yeah.
Detroit, San Francisco, Bryan.
You know, I'm gonna go Detroit. I've told a lot of people that I feel like the 49ers they're like unbeatable and that they're gonna win the Super Bowl this year. Before the playoffs started, it could still happen. It probably still will, but to me, I think that Detroit has just something right now this year. I think they just have a chip on their shoulder. And I think as long as the weather is good and it isn't a monsoon like the last one, I think Detroit goes in and outduels San Francisco.
And Gina V, shout out to our sissy Gina V. Of course, she is a crazy 49ers fan.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to chime in right now, Bryan. She's telling you this.
Oh, Lord.
I'll play it again. She says this. What did she say? She said this.
Shut up. Shut up.
Now, Willie, let me say this, okay? I just want whoever wins, they need to win the Super Bowl. Like, it doesn't matter who comes out of the NFC, they need to win the Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So, but yes, Detroit, I think outside of San Francisco fans, Kansas City fans, and Baltimore fans, I think the entire rest of America is on Detroit right now. Like, they want them to win. So,
All right, Leslie, your prediction: who's going to the Super Bowl from the NFC? I know she wants to throw up so bad.
I really do. I'm gonna edge my bet and say the Niners, even though I really want Detroit to win, but I think it's gonna be the Niners. So,
All right, Teshia.
but go Lions.
What, we've made fools of them before, so I would rather play the Niners, but I don't know. I think the Lions have a statement to make. So do you not remember the picture? Yeah.
So who's winning the game? Damn it.
Neither one.
You can't do that.
Oh, I don't know. No. Honestly, I think the Lions will win it. I really do. I hope they do. I'll cheer for them until it's
You
just
don't
like
want to. You don't want that smoke again from the Lions.
I don't know. It would be
Well,
interesting to say the least.
I will say it like this. First of all, I'm going to say this.
No. Get off your ass and get in this car. Boy, I don't know why you come down here messing with these people.
That's what Lions fans are saying. I don't know why you come down here messing with these people. Look, San Francisco is a team that I openly hate, but I secretly cheer for. There's a dynamic to that because it's the Bay Area. There's another dynamic to that in the fact that I was looking forward to them just humiliating the Cowboys again this year. But since the Cowboys aren't in it and Detroit is here, and I spent time in Detroit as well, I want Detroit to win this game, and I think they're going to do it, especially if Debo doesn't play. Debo has a shoulder injury, so if he doesn't play, it's going to be tough sledding. I think that the Lions can run on the 49ers in terms of rushing the football with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. I'm going Lions 24, San Francisco 23. The Lions and the Ravens are going to.
Could only hope for such a good game. Yep.
That's a good line. And honestly, if you think back to when Debo Samuel was out the first time, they lost 3 straight games without Debo. So Brock Purdy can't do it without Debo Samuel.
I'm a Debo fan.
Just saying.
I can't imagine.
Just saying.
You got to make sure he get that hate in, that one last hate in. All right, let's get to these social media comments before we get up out of here. George checking in from Cleveland, Ohio. Mark Davis got it right this time. Indeed, my brother, he did. Can we admit that even though Green Bay lost, San Francisco escaped with that W? Yeah, that's why I asked the question. Did they win it or did Green Bay lose it?
Oh, they 100% escaped with that. That's another reason why, I mean, San Francisco is they looked vulnerable in that game. Like Green Bay could have beat them. They're beatable, you know? So that's why I think Detroit's going to get them.
George says Detroit has an unlimited ceiling and San Francisco better be ready. Okay. Girl, how do you say that? GERRELLG hashtag M4L boss. Hate all you want. It ain't gonna do no good. Go Chiefs. Oh, hell no.
You're the host. You know, you don't have to read those, Willie.
Yeah, but I want to make sure. I mean, because we gotta give love to those that are supporting us.
I'm kidding.
As much as I want to cancel him, hey man, we appreciate you chiming in. Make sure you go hit the subscribe button, the bell on YouTube. Follow us on all platforms as well.
Follow me. Let's go.
All right. And he picks Kansas City 31-28 over Baltimore. Huh. Well, so we have 3 for Baltimore. 2 I'm sorry, we have 3 for Baltimore and 2 for KC. And then we have everybody picking Detroit.
Well, I want Detroit, but I picked the Niners.
Yeah, she picked the Niners.
Get off the show. Oh yeah, that's right, you did. I told you to get off the show earlier. Get off the show. All right, final thoughts.
The Lions to win the win.
I'll give you a final thought. So as much hate as I throw Brock Purdy's way, my favorite player that's not an OU player in the NFL, that's not on the Jaguars team, is Christian McCaffrey. So if the 49ers do win it and they do go win, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm. Leslie, final
but
thought.
I hate him.
Yeah, you hate them.
Go Ravens is my final thought.
Huh?
Go Ravens is my final thought.
Shocker.
Yeah, let's just hope it doesn't turn into this.
Big dummy. Oh, no, you big dummy.
Yeah, let's just hope it doesn't turn into that.
It'll be one of us. I hope it's not me.
Jason Kelsey. Yeah. Tyrannosaurus
Teshia.
Rex sound in the background.
Yes.
Excuse me. Teshia, final thought.
Final thoughts is it's really nice to be the only one still playing football. Let that settle in. I'm sorry. Yeah, we got another game, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
You know
we
what?
hate them. Mhm.
I'm done. Healthy trapping is the hat that I am wearing. The CEO and creator and owner of Healthy Trapping is Larry Bridges, my soon-to-be son-in-law. And I'm putting it out there. I'm no pressure. My soon-to-be son-in-law. What Healthy Trapping is a healthier alternative to better health. And I know that's redundant, but that is what it is. And the slogan is liberate yourself. He also has a clothing line. He has these hats. You can check him out on Instagram. Just search Healthy Trapping there. And make sure y'all go out there and support a very, 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 very good cause. Okay. I've had enough of Teshia and her antics. We're going to go ahead and end the show. So, with that being said,
I've had a night. I'm not gonna lie.
Whatever. For Teshia, for Leslie, for Brian, this is Willie. Y'all stay safe. Y'all hug each other. Y'all love each other. We'll holler at y'all again real soon. Peace. We out.